Wow, it really sucks out here.
How else should I carry my beer cans?
It has been a really rough stretch.
Cactus, cactus, cactus. Time for a little skiing.
Why should you take exactly the same gear that I do? Because my name is Legend, and I've hiked 20,000 more miles than Donald Trump.
Hey y'all, it's Legend, and it's time to talk about gear. Let's talk about what I carried on my 7-month, 7,000 mile Great Western Loop.
Let's get started with what I wore. First, I had my Giants hat. Worn it on every single long hike. Second, tiger sweatshirt, because it's badass. Then of course, my trusty shorts. And of course, socks and shoes. Let's dive into what's in my pack now. Alright, let's dive into the gear. First off, my shoes. I wore Adidas trail running shoes. These happen to be the Trace Rockers. They work good, lightweight, pretty good soles. That's about it. Now, let's look at my pack. Oh, I was looking for that. Steel Reserve. Looks like we're diving into clothes first. We already talked about what I wore, but sometimes under my shorts I'd wear long johns. These are wool. They work pretty good in the cold weather, which happened to be quite a bit of the trip. Spare pair of socks. I wore quite a few different socks. I'm not too picky. Didn't seem to matter too much, but I liked a longer sock than a shorter one. Lightweight beanie. Most of the time I just had this synthetic REI jacket that passed as my down jacket. It worked pretty well, and eventually I switched to a heavier weight down jacket when it got colder. I'll show you that later. Rain gear. This is an Adidas rain jacket. I wore this about half the trip. The other half I wore just a wind jacket that seemed to work good in the desert. Also had a rain skirt, but I currently cannot find it. First aid kit. Right here. Floss, a needle, and that's it. I also had some duct tape on my poles that worked for first aid as well. I used the Gossamer Gear poles. These are the twist lock, and both of these ones are currently broken, but they work good, lightweight. I was really good at snapping them. Long handle spoon, essential, and I would cook most of my meals, and so I would pour them in this, and then I would hike on a few miles, let them rehydrate, and then I would eat them. So, we got that handled. Carried a spot for most of the trip. I'm not great at checking in, but I'd say I hit the OK button 3 times a week at least. This was a food bag. There's not much food in it. Let's see what we do got. Mashed potatoes and hot sauce. Pretty much all you need. I just wore lightweight gloves most of the time. I switched to heavier weight gloves eventually, which seemed to work good. I switched them around Flagstaff, so really near the end. I'm thirsty. That's good stuff. Smooth flavor, exceptionally. What else we got in here? For a tent, the whole way for my tent, I used the Gossamer Gear, the 1. Worked really good, lightweight. It used both trekking poles to set up, and I used 6 tent stakes. hold it tight, worked good in windstorms. It was just all about the initial pitch, and it seemed to work really good. I usually only carried one water bottle if there was water around. This is a 1.5 liter smart water bottle. Sometimes I'd have to carry a little bit more water, but I'd like to keep it limited. I had a jet boil stove with the lighter in here. I would just boil water and add it to food. Look out for another video on food, but that's pretty much how I cooked most of the way. Fuel. A lot of the time I use bleach to treat my water. I don't treat a lot of my water, but when I did treat it, I would use bleach. So this is a real dirty bag with bleach in it. More tent stakes, and then when I got to Wyoming, I switched and grabbed my Sawyer Squeeze mini filter. Doesn't work very good. I should probably upgrade and get a better filter, but that's what I used. Sounds like someone's looking for their dog. For sleeping, I use the Adaptability Flex 22 quilt. It is a zipper system for just the toe box. So here you go. Feet go in here, cinch it up tight, roll up in it, and you have a cozy night. This I've used for about 7,000 miles. It's lost a lot of loft, but it still works really good. Couldn't recommend it more. Alright, we're getting there. In here, I have the combination toilet paper, external Anchor 10,000 milliamp charger, wall charger with 2 ports for my phone and the charger, and then my wallet, which is basically just a credit card, a little bit of cash, ID. That's it. Keep it simple. For my sleeping pad, probably 90% of the trail, I used a foam Gossamer Gear pad, accordion that folds out. It also works and slips in the back of my pack, so it makes for a comfortable carry. When I didn't use this, I used a Big Agnes inflatable pad that worked good, especially in the colder weather, but I don't always like blowing up things and stopping. Carried a bandana on the side of my pack, and then in the hip pockets, carried my inhaler because I'm a recovering asthmatic, and a headlamp. Also in the hip belt, I at one time had a knife for a bit, but about midway through the trip I lost it, and I didn't really need another one. I actually would cut the cheese that I would eat with the handle of my spoon, so it worked okay. Carried a little tripod that was my method for taking pictures. I'd throw my phone on timer and it would take photos. So that is the bulk of what I carried in my pack the whole way. And then some other things that I carried, 4 different sections, are in this pack. It took me 2 packs to get through the trip. So I carried a bear can where it was required, especially if any people that aren't law enforcement in the backcountry are listening. Carried it in all the required areas. Micro spikes for the High Sierra. Bear spray for grizzly country through about Idaho. String to tie people up that I met on the trail and I didn't like, and also to hang my food. Oh man, getting dehydrated out here. This is the wind jacket that I use for crossing the Sonoran Desert, across Southern California, and then the southern portion of the Pacific Crest Trail, where I eventually switched to the Adidas rain jacket. Other things, I switched my sleeping bag in southern Colorado to a Big Agnes 20-degree bag. It's a lot heavier, but it's a lot warmer. Saved my ass a few times, so it was really nice. I also switched to a Big Agnes down jacket. Main thing I liked about it, it's got a hood, a lot of fill, a lot warmer, super nice. See what else is in here. Oh, I'm late for dinner. That's my gear, and I'm Legend. Now you've seen it.